Hi guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? Um, I kind of slept a lot last night. I kind of got a late start today. Cold weather makes me tired. I don't want to be awake during it. I just want to go to sleep and wake up when it's warm, kind of thing, you know. But I decided to do some random bed rant. Um, I got a few thoughts on my mind, so let me just rant about them a little bit. Um, I don't know. I was just thinking about uh, society and the way we're raised and religion, which is included in that. And first, while I mentioned religion, I was thinking about Christianity, and I think the issue isn't even is it true or not. The issue is how are you supposed to think? And I think the Christian doctrine is backwards and upside down and inside out. It's based on it's based on getting a freebie from Jesus Christ for something you didn't do and not fessing up to what you deserve, which is hell if the Bible is true. That's a rhyme, by the way. If the Bible is true and I deserve hell, then bring it on. If it's what I deserve and God is just, in fact, God is love, then I should go to hell. And if I'm going to go to hell, I should enjoy the process of going there, which includes living it up in this life. But no, I want to weasel out of the deal. I want to get something I don't deserve for nothing, for free, which I don't fucking trust. And that's not my way of thinking. My way of thinking is the way my dad raised me in heart. Sure, he made me go to church, but he didn't go. And the way he raised me was you take your lumps for what you get. And if I deserve to go to hell, then I want to go there. If God's so righteous and God's so just and God is such love, then I shouldn't fear wherever he puts me. It's where I belong. Now, on top of that, I don't want to go to heaven. Heaven is boring. And I don't want to be with God. So religion's backwards. I did it so I don't have to do it. I'm not even, I only go to the Mormon church really just so I can be around some people for an hour because I don't have much human contact. That's the real main reason I go, just to be around people for a second, because I live in this house alone. My fans love me, but they don't usually invite me in their car. They don't usually take me home. They don't usually stand and talk to me for very long. So I go to a Mormon church just to have some human contact. An hour a week. It's not that much time to lose. But that's the only reason I go there. So I may keep going there, but that's the main reason I do. The hell, and the religion I follow, which is just the universe, is I do try to be a good person, and I do try to do good energy, and I do try to be loving, but not so I can weasel my way around something that I really, really deserve, that I want to get a freebie out of for nothing from some savior called Jesus Christ who did it all for me. It's none of that. I just try to be a good person. And I fess up to what I do. If I I'm very hard on myself, in other words. If I have a day where I didn't do this, and this, or I'm very strict with myself, but it's not so I can get a freebie and a way out of something, the way out of hell that I really deserve. It's I'm in the hell I deserve, and I'm I'm trying to deserve better, and I try to deserve good things, and I try to give good energy, so I'll deserve to not be in hell or be in a lighter or lesser hell. I just say, Jesus, please forgive me. I accept you as Lord and Savior. Now I can go kill people as long as I confess it. And as long as I get out of hell that I really do deserve to go to, then I'm okay. I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's bullshit. That's never going to be the way I think. I'm never going to be a Christian. Even if someone showed me it's true, which they can't, and it's not, I'd say, well, I disagree with it on principle. I don't want a way out of something from a God that is so fucking evil that he's going to put me in hell, which is where I belong and what I deserve just for being born. Then fine, that's where I belong. And I don't love God. I would not be happy being in heaven with him. I would want to get as far away from him as possible. Oh yeah, that's hell. Then send me there. I don't want to be with that asshole. Anyway, that's enough about religion. I said I was going to talk. I didn't say it'd be about religion. And just the way they raise us is so stupid, you know. They don't really get when in hindsight, when you go back and think about what you learned in school, which is great. If you learn things in school, that's good. I'm for learning, but I'm for learning truth and learning the right truth. And they take a lot of good things out of school that really would be truthful, because they don't really want us to know all the truth. It's like the government doesn't want us to know about UFOs and aliens. Well, they also don't want us to know real truth when they teach us growing up. You have to learn a lot of truth by yourself, often against the grain of the government and against the teachers or whatever the system is trying to educate you. Yeah, learn what they teach, but a lot of the learning's on your own because no one's giving it to you. No one's giving you what you really need or what really is good truth. Like etymology. That means true word. It means the root of words, where words really came from, not just what they mean in the dictionary, but where the root words came from. They took etymology out of school in 1946, 20 years before I was even born, because people were learning what the words really meant. You know what the word government means? Think about it. I'll give you a second. Government. Govern means to control, to rule. Like cars have governors on them. I learned this from one of my uncles. Governor keeps the car from going as fast as it really could. It governs, it rules. What's meant? M-E-N-T. That's short for mental. So government means control mind. Mind control. Government is mind control. Oh, but we're not supposed to know that. So they took etymology where they would teach things like that out of school in 1946. So when you read the word government, you just read some nice, polite thing about it's people that run the country. No, it's mind control. That's what the word means. Are you going to tell me truth isn't truth because you don't want me to know it, or because it's not culturally, it's not beneficial for society if I know that truth? Well, fuck society. I want the truth that's beneficial for me, whether society likes it or not. How about the word mortgage? Mort is mortuary. Mort is death, like mortuary, death. Mortal, death. Mort means death. Ledge is short for pledge. So mortgage means death pledge. It means a pledge to die, or I don't know why it means death pledge, but it means death pledge. Something sinister in that. A mortgage is the death pledge. Like, I don't know, maybe they've got you by the balls till you die kind of thing. But you want a house or not. But at least I get to know what the mortgage word really means, but because I study words. I study etymology some. And and why not? I have a brain. I know how to read and I know how to think. I even know math. I even know higher math. So why not learn things? I've showed you guys my book collection before. I've got I've got tons and tons of books around here. I can read and I can learn things. So I like to learn, but it's not going to be handed to me by taking a class where I have to learn what everybody else is learning and trust that whoever's teaching it to me really has my best interest at heart. I learned that growing up really fast. Like by age 13, I realized that no one had my best interest in heart, not even my parents. They weren't my real parents, so I didn't trust them. And I didn't trust the president on TV talking. Why would he tell me the truth? He has no reason to tell me the truth. He has every reason to lie to me and no reason to tell me the truth, if he has the truth, which he might or might not. I didn't trust people on TV talking. I didn't trust the news. I had an open mind starting at 13 years old because I didn't trust anyone. I also didn't buy a lot of the crap I didn't buy the 90s thing about the Saddam Hussein thing. I didn't buy any of that. I didn't believe for a second that they were telling us all the truth on the TV in America. Whoever had that truth was above my pay grade, and I knew it. Same with 9/11, same with COVID. I don't trust what the leaders say. While they laugh in their parties behind the scenes that we believe what they're saying. That ain't me. How did three buildings blow up from 2 planes, and how did buildings blow up from planes crashing? Planes crash all the time, and they never blow buildings up. I don't know, because they bombed them. Oh, okay, we know that 30 years later, but at the time we all bought it hook, line, and sinker. It's a fishing term. Anyway, so it's 4 o'clock. I see what I'm going to do this morning. See what I'm gonna if I have anything musical. I want to talk about my. I went to a financial seminar in the late 80s. Before I gave up in the 90s. LOL. I thought I could try to make some money with finance. Real estate finance. I don't know where I got the stupid idea. I thought I could take some of my dad's money or something and finance it somehow and make money, without college, and make money. And somehow I got an idea. So I went to a financial seminar called Gordon Bazar's financing seminar. His name was literally Gordon Bazar Financing. And I went to a seminar, late 80s. And he said, and I got the memory to remember some things. I remember things, I remember some things he said from 40 years ago. He said, if you want to make money, just take something that you like to do, and instead of being a consumer, be a provider. So in other words, take something you like to consume and provide that to someone else. So what do I like to consume? I like sex, and I like music. So those 2 things I try to provide. I have music on my YouTube channel, and I have stuff I do that's more that other side of me. And I also like to think, and I like to solve problems, and I have that math side too. And I like truth, and I like to study things like I have studied religion and things because I like to know truth. I like solving puzzles, solving problems, and knowing what the answers to questions. So I study a lot. I study too, but I'm not just one of those things. I'm not just one thing. I'm not just a idiot this or an idiot that. I do lots of different stuff, and I mean everything I do because I enjoy when I'm a consumer of things that I like. I enjoy that, so I provide it honestly when I become a provider. And like when I do my music, I'm thoroughly immersed in what came before me, and the heroes that inspired me. I really esteem them. I really love music, or I wouldn't be doing music. If I didn't really love it, why would I fumble through trying to play guitar for you guys? Just so I can impress you and get a few views and get $3 a day from YouTube? It wouldn't be worth it to me. But I do it because I mean it in here. The music's in me, and so it comes out of me. Same with the other sides of me that the sides of me. I'm being myself in the truest sense I can be. And I don't hide myself under a bushel because it isn't accepted by society, or this is okay, this isn't. No, it isn't. I'm me. I express all of me, and I'm true to myself first. Let me just take a drink of my coffee here. Have you thought about in the Bible? Have you thought about how many times important things just get brushed over without even consideration or thought? Here's an example. In Genesis, it says Adam and Eve knew that they were naked, and so they asked for leaves to cover themselves. But it never said that they had to. It never said that they were immoral or bad if they didn't put leaves on. It said they knew they were naked. That's their thought. God didn't make them put the leaves on. They had to put the leaves on, or wanted to, because they felt their badness. Didn't say that meant they were right. Didn't say God commanded it. It didn't say God commanded them to clothe themselves. It said their shame made them clothe themselves. I don't have that shame. But I wear clothes because society says I have to, but I don't have body shame. The Bible never says I'm supposed to. It just says Adam and Eve did. Well, now we just buy it like we all have to. No, we don't. I wear clothes because it's the law, but I don't feel body shame. I don't. I'm not ashamed of my body. I love it. Function and structure. Biology. We have a function, we have a structure. I love both of my body. I love both of those about my body. The Bible never says it's wrong to do that. It just says Adam and Eve didn't. Adam and Eve were ashamed, so now we all have to be ashamed, as if thou shalt be ashamed. Well, fuck you, first of all. Or what? I'm going to be ashamed, or what are you going to do? No. First of all, I don't obey that God anyway. And second of all, that God never said to be ashamed. It says Adam and Eve were ashamed. It doesn't mean we all have to. It doesn't mean they were right to. In fact, if anything, they were ashamed because of their sin. I don't have a lot of that on me. I've got a clear head. I've got a clear conscience. I sleep like a baby. I'm happy with myself. I don't have that much shame, and I don't have body shame, and I'm not ashamed of my body. So, where in the Bible, since we base everything on that LOL, does it say that we're commanded to wear clothes? Never. Just Adam and Eve wanted to because they felt shame. Well, I don't feel shame, and God never commanded anyone to wear clothes. Not in the Bible, not. And it never says that I have to feel that shame or else I'm a bad person. It never said that. It just said Adam and Eve felt shame. So fucking what? I'm not Adam, I'm not Eve, and so to hell with their shame. And I don't have that shame. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace, love, and all.